In 1955, a newborn baby was born in a small hospital in California. His biological parents were young and not ready to raise a child. A few days later, they signed the adoption papers. That baby would one day be known as Steve Jobs. The family that adopted him was not rich. His father was a mechanic and their life was simple. But Steve grew up in an environment where he was encouraged to explore, ask questions, and open things to see how they worked. Steve was different from other kids. He wasn't interested in school as much as he was interested in building things, breaking them apart, and fixing them again. One day, he repaired a broken device in the neighborhood. His father told him, "Don't look at the outside, understand what's inside? Then nothing in the world will be difficult for you." This sentence stayed with him for life. When Steve went to college, the fees were too high. After just a few months, he dropped out, but he didn't stop learning. He continued to attend classes he found interesting: calligraphy, typography, art, design. No one knew at the time that these subjects would help him create the beautiful design of Apple computers years later. In 1976, at age 21, Steve teamed up with his friend Steve Wozniak. They started Apple in the small garage of Steve's house. With a table, a few tools, wires, and huge dreams, they built the Apple I. When it hit the market, people were shocked. Then came the Apple II, and Apple became one of the fastest-growing companies in America. By age 30, Steve was a millionaire. But life is never a straight line. Internal conflicts in Apple forced Steve to leave the company he founded. The world watched as the young genius walked out of his own company with a small box in his hand. Steve later said, "It was painful, but also the best thing that ever happened to me." He didn't give up. He started a new company called Next and later purchased Pixar. Pixar created the world's first fully computer-animated movie, Toy Story, and changed Hollywood forever. Slowly, Steve proved one thing: wherever he goes, innovation follows. In 1997, Apple brought Steve back. This time, he returned more experienced, more powerful, and more visionary. Then came the era that changed the world. iMac revolutionized computer design. iPod put music into your pocket. iTunes changed the global music industry. iPhone, not a phone, but the future. iPad and a new way to compute. People witnessed a man who didn't just change ideas. He changed the world. Amid all this success, Steve faced a major challenge: cancer. Even while fighting illness, he kept working, kept dreaming, and kept creating. His famous words became a lesson for the world: live each day as if it were your last. In 2011, Steve passed away, but he left behind a world that still runs on his vision.